Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steve Kerr's honest statement on future of Golden State Warriors. An incredibly disappointing season ended in fitting fashion for the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday night, as they were blown out by the Sacramento Kings in a win-or-go-home play-in tournament game. With the Kings making it clear early in the game that they were going to force anyone but Steph Curry to beat them, Golden State got very little from their supporting cast. While the Warriors had a lot of issues this year, inconsistency outside of Curry was one of their biggest, and that was again the case in this one. While Curry is not without blame, as his 6 turnovers were an issue, Klay Thompson finished the night with 0 points, missing all 10 of his shots. The Warriors didn't get much more from Andrew Wiggins, who scored just 12 points on April 11th from the field. The Warriors now face questions on the future of their roster, which Steve Kerr was asked about after the game by The Athletic's Anthony Slater. "It's too early for me to even think about that," Kerr said. "You invest so much in the season, and there's so much that goes on. We've been really blessed here with amazing players and multiple championships and finals appearances. The highest of highs, and this is the flip side. You don't get to stay on top forever. What happens this summer and going into next year, we'll worry about that later." Kerr admitted that the Warriors were clearly not good enough this season, but said it was not due to a lack of effort from his group. Warriors players respond to rumors that Steph, Klay, Draymond era is over. Warriors coach Steve Kerr has addressed his team's murky future, with Golden State losing their play-in elimination game against Sacramento 118-94 on Tuesday. The makeup of the Warriors roster is looking especially uncertain heading into next season, due to the team's lack of success this year, Klay Thompson entering free agency this summer, and the team's strained salary cap. "Hopefully we can resign Klay," Kerr said post-game. "Steph and Draymond are already under contract. Hopefully we can run it back next year. We need Klay back, what he represents for us, he's still got good years left. I know I speak for everyone in the organization, we want him back. Thompson is coming off the toughest year of his career by far and has not looked at all like his old self, outside of several brief hot stretches throughout the season." The longtime Warrior struggled badly against the Kings on Tuesday, finishing with 0 points on 0-10 shooting from the field. After the game, Draymond Green was also asked about Thompson's future in Golden State. "We've been through incredible highs, **TTY lows, Green said. "We want to continue what we've been doing." Steph Curry also spoke on the matter. "I can never see myself not with those 2 guys," he said. When asked if major roster changes are needed this offseason, Curry said, "I just want to win. We may have just watched the end of the Warriors dynasty right before our very eyes, after the Kings defeated the storied franchise 118-94 and sent them packing." Klay Thompson had a night to forget after shooting 0-10 in what could have been his last game in a Warriors jersey. Thompson, Steph Curry and Draymond Green totaled 10 turnovers and just 12 buckets between them. Many NBA fans are celebrating the end of the Golden State dynasty in the most hilarious way on X. Warriors' Klay Thompson gets grim warning on free agency. It was not a great ending to what has been a rough year for Warriors star Klay Thompson. He scored 0 points on 0-4-10 shooting, was a -12 in the box score and missed all 6 of his 3-point attempts. The Warriors got drubbed by the Kings, 118-94, in the second play-in game in the Western Conference, ending Golden State's season. Possibly ending Thompson's career with the Warriors, too. He is at the end of a 5-year, $190 million contract the Warriors gave him back in 2019, even as he was slated to miss a year recovering from a knee injury. Thompson wound up missing 2 years, as he later tore his Achilles tendon, too. But the Warriors paid him and, despite that, Thompson has shown no inkling of giving the team a hometown discount in extension talks. The Warriors can extend him, still, until July 1. Around the NBA, execs say he should consider inking a deal with Golden State while he can. It is going to be a slow market for everyone, there is not a lot of money out there, one Western Conference exec said. If you are 34 and you had 2 major surgeries, you have to face that reality. Thompson, according to The Athletic, turned down a 2-year, $48 million extension last offseason. There's no indication that the Warriors will put that deal back on the table. Tuesday's epic flop won't necessarily decide that, but it does not exactly strengthen Thompson's position. I don't know what kind of money he thinks is going to be out there for him, one Eastern Conference GM told Heavy Sports. But it is hard to see where it is going to come from. No one is giving him $25 million per year, good luck if they do. He really ought to be taking the best offer from the Warriors as soon as he can. Thompson wrapped up the 2023-24 season with 17.9 points per game on 43.2% shooting and 38.7% three-point shooting. It was a wildly inconsistent season, though Thompson had appeared to be heading to a strong finish. After a bench stint, he returned to the starting lineup for the final 10 games and averaged 21.8 points on 49.1% shooting and 41.6% three-point shooting. A realistic deal for Thompson would be closer to the $20 million per year range, the GM said. You never know how a team values a player, but I could see him getting 2 years and $40 million, maybe 3 years with the 3rd year partially guaranteed, the GM said. The question then would be which team would be willing to give Thompson that much of a commitment. A young breakout team in need of veteran leadership, the Thunder or the Magic, for example, have come up. But if it is playoff experience those teams are after, it can be had at a much more reasonable price tag than what they'd have to pay Thompson. Orlando, Oklahoma City, he does not necessarily want to go there by all indications, the executive said. So they'd have to pay him a bit more to get him to go there. Now, you're overpaying a guy who's way into his 30s and dropping him into a team that you don't know how he is going to fit. That's risky. It's not a sure thing he is going to get an offer from teams like that. Philadelphia is another potential landing spot, given the team's impending cap space and competitive position. That would make some sense, though the Sixers may have bigger fish, Paul George, for one, earmarked for their cap space. But being a backup option for Philly is not a great position for Thompson. Again, that leads back to the Warriors, the team that clearly wants him, despite his shortcomings. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Klay Thompson? Leave your opinion in the comments.